Hello everyone, my name is Paula and I go by the name Stitched by Mrs D on Instagram and here on YouTube. I'm going to talk about the knitting and crocheting I've been doing over the last few weeks or so. I live in Norfolk with my husband, my children and all my pets, and today is an absolutely lovely day. I've already taken Lily and my dog for a walk, and it's so nice. I'm going to take her again this afternoon. I've got all sorts of stuff to show you today. I've got knitting, crochet, well that's it actually. I'm in full blown bunny spring mode, so I've put bunnies up here, I've put bunny garland here, I've got him up, her up there, him or her, I'm not sure. I just realised bunnies don't wear pants. The ones that I make wear pants. I'm a teddy bear maker as well. I make bunnies, teddies, pandas, all sorts of things. And there's a bunny here as well. Who else have we got? Well, that's a little ghost. Don't know if I've got any more. I've got this lovely dog here. Can you see him? This was given to me at the East Anglian Yarn Festival. You can put your finger in him and make him do this. Oh, where's he going to go now? Oh, hello. Yeah, so he stays there. I don't know if I'll be able to get him back up. Let's see. There we are. What am I talking about? What is this? What am I actually talking about? Right, let's get on with it. What else do I normally say? I run my own business. I've got a sewing business and I make project bags for knitters and crocheters or anyone else who might want to keep things in bags. I've got a shop update on Monday, which is the 1st of April, and that will be at 12 midday. I've decided. I've never done a shop update at 12 midday before, but I'm going to do one. Actually, I think I have. I've got a pot of tea with me today and a jug of milk and a bunny mug because I'm in bunny mode. This is a cardigan I made quite a while ago, well a few years ago. It's made of Style Craft Recreate, which is the recycled stuff, and recycled stuff. I don't know what I'm talking about. I've woken up with a bit of a headache and I think this made me go a bit funny. Yes, it's Style Craft Recreate and I think it's called Rose. I haven't worn it for a while and when I put it on I realised it's got a few stains and it could do with going in the washing machine. There's something there and something there, but I'm in bunny mode. Honestly, the walk today that me and Lillian had, it was just lovely. You know when it's not too hot, it's not too cold, it's just right. Just like Goldilocks likes her porridge. Let's have a cup of tea, shall we? I'm still addicted to the Marks and Spencer's shortbread tea. So I'm drinking a pot of it every morning at the minute with 3 tea bags in. I found out that that is the best way to make it in this pot. And it is a 3-cup teapot, so that does make sense. I don't know if we'll get any visitors come and see us today. Lillian's through there. Ian, he'll be out having the time of his life at this time of year. Pam, she will be sleeping on, you know those big plastic things you can store stuff in your garden? It lifts up like that and then it's got 2 doors on the front. That's her favourite place at the minute. But I probably shouldn't tell you this and she'll be furious if she finds out I have. But she's been sleeping in the litter tray. No one uses it anymore. You see my lovely cat Doug here, he was the person who was using it. That was his litter tray. Ian doesn't use it, but we've kept it. And when he went, I cleaned it out and put fresh cat litter in, and we use paper cat litter. And I just think it must retain heat. So I think Pam got in it, thought, oh, that looks bed shaped, and she got in it, and that's where she's been sleeping. But don't say anything, don't tell her I told you. But she hadn't been in it for the last couple of days, so maybe she's moved on. The shop update is on Monday. I'll show you what's in that at the end of the knitting bit. There will also be a teddy bear club. That will be in my shop when you watch this. It will be in there now. That will be grey spring bunnies. Ooh, lovely. Because the Easter holidays are coming up, you see, and teddy bear club works very well with having the children around, because I can work and be with them at the same time. It's a good thing to do, like when they're watching films, and you know, we can watch like a box set or something like that, and I can still work and still spend time with them. So yeah, that will be that's in my shop now. So grey spring bunnies. I've got someone here with me today because I've made him a cardigan, but if you keep seeing me going, oh, you'll see him in a minute though. Yeah, thank you very much everybody for the lovely messages that I got about Doug. If you're new, Doug was my cat. I had him from a 6-week-old kitten, and he died on March the 1st, and I still miss him so much. I didn't realise how much we were actually doing for him, and how much he you know, how much he was part of our day until he was gone. You just do things, don't you, without thinking about it. But yeah, I miss him, but I can't think about that because I'll start crying again. Oh, what a lovely cup of tea. It's Easter tomorrow, isn't it? We've got our Easter eggs. Well, James has just gone on the hunt for another two, for two of the children who couldn't decide what they wanted. But I remember trying to get an Easter egg on the Saturday before Easter. Meg's upstairs, if you heard coughing. When I was little, and I ended up with a black magic one. That was rough. Right, I'm going to get on and show you what I've been knitting. Right, where shall we start? We'll start with something stupid. So I was in Hobbycraft. I was getting some last few bits to put together my spring bunny countdown boxes. They were like the ones I do at Christmas, but they were bunnies, and you're getting them ready for spring, dressing them every day. So I was in Hobbycraft getting a few bits for that. And of course I ended up in the wool section like I always do, and had a look at the patterns, and I thought, oh, I would just love to knit a lovely lacy white baby cardigan. And I looked through the patterns and I found this one. I thought, I'm just going to knit a lacy white baby pattern and just do it. So I did. So I bought this one here, which is a Serdar pattern, number 3974. There's 3 different versions, and I decided I want to make that one. So I just come home and I bought the pattern, and I knew that I'd have some white DK somewhere in the house, which I did. And I started making it. I made it in the size 0 to 3 months. Oh, I enjoyed it so much. I just loved it. I like this bit of the pattern. It says queries. Please contact the Knitting Advisory Bureau. And then there's an address that you have to write into. So if you're not sure about anything in the pattern, you have to write in. I love that. but I just really enjoyed it. It didn't take me very long. I still haven't put a button on, but there's always a baby kicking about somewhere, isn't there, that I can keep it for. But it's just a lovely little white. I don't even know if the babies wear stuff like this anymore. Just a little white normal baby cardigan that I just fancied making one, and I really enjoyed making it. It's lovely. Look. This bit is all knitted in one bit, and then you separate and make the two sides and the back, and then you knit the sleeves and then just sew the sleeves in, and then the band here that's all knit as you go along, and then the top bits are kept on you know, waste yarn, and then you just knit and then sew it round at the back. It was lovely. I really enjoyed it. I might make some more. I used to do knitting for a charity, a local charity for babies who are born too soon. I might start doing that again. I don't know whether they need any at the minute. Maybe I'll find out, because I really enjoyed making this. And I'll tell you what, you get to the stage, I don't know whether you lot are like this, where, although when you see what's coming up next, you're going to say, what are you talking about, Paula? You just think, I've got enough stuff. I can't make any more stuff for myself. So this will be a good thing to do on the side, so that I can keep knitting, but not... Oh, you're going to see, I've got loads of stuff for myself, so I don't even know what I'm talking about. But this was lovely to make. And I might contact that charity, actually, because it was lovely. But I have made another one of these, but I'll show you that in a minute. So that's that, and that was from Hobbycraft. It was £4. Just a lovely pattern. I really enjoyed it. So that's that. That's silly, isn't it? So I got that out of my system. Do you ever do that? Just see something and think, oh, I'd really like that. Look, I've cut my fringe again today, and you can see, I don't think it was that long. My fringe wasn't that long. It weren't covering my eyes, so I don't know where that piece of hair... Last time it was done by a professional as well, so it can't have been from me being silly. Right, let's have a look. What else have we got? I'm going to show you my blanket because it's finished, and then that will lead on nicely to my next thing. So I've finished my very lovely pixie yarn. What was it called? Was it called the Equinox Club or the Seasons something or another? I can't remember, but it was a quarterly club with an extra one at Christmas. I've sat back because it's big, and I'm going to show it to you. Where you got 5 20-gram minis, and each pack was based on that season. So I will show it to you now because I've finished it. Hang on a minute, I can see a piece of wool hanging about. I thought that I'd sewn... Oh, okay. Oh, I can see loads of ends that I haven't sewn in. Let's see if you can spot them as I go up. No, let's not. I'm going to turn it round so you can't see that side. It's completely finished. Right, so here we go. So this is spring. This is better because I can see what I'm looking at now. These were the summer ones. It's lovely and big. These are the autumn ones. And of course, starting at the red one, I'm speaking funny because I'm holding on to this from my chin. This is the summer. And then... No, it's not. It's not the summer. Starting at the red, these are the Christmas ones. And then lastly, I think my favourites are the wintry ones. Lovely, aren't they? What a beautiful, beautiful blanket. So Lizzie's got her eye on this one. But since it's been finished, it's been lovely. I've had it folded up on my chair, and it's just beautiful. Look how lovely it is. So that's the That's autumn, Christmas and winter. Doing the switcheroo, that's what they say in the F1, doing the switcheroo. And now we've got spring, summer and a bit of autumn there. Isn't it lovely? Beautiful. So the pattern I use, oh, you're going to know this because I've said it so many times. The pattern I've used is the Cozy Stripe blanket, and that is a pattern by Attic 24. I'll come a bit closer. You probably don't want me to. Attic 24. What does it say? The guinea pigs. Oh no, it's Meg going in the bathroom upstairs. Attic 24 Cozy Stripe. Here's Ian. And Ian's my cat, by the way, if you don't already know. Come on. And for the white, I used, hello Ian. Let's show everybody how handsome you are. I used, look, who's this Ian? Look in here. He don't really like to, he likes to be fussed, but on his terms. So he'll come and sit with you, but he doesn't like to be put on your lap. He, like Doug, I could pick him up and carry him around like a baby all day, but Ian will sit with me, but on his terms. He doesn't like to be put in situations. Anyway, the white that I'm using in between was Drops Baby Merino. Yeah. You're looking at your brother. Who's this? Who's that? He's so soft. He's the softest cat I've ever felt, I think. Is he? He's going to start mucking about. Right, so that's done. Oh, he's never gone up there, ever. Why would he do that now? At least you'll be able to see him. Look, Ian. Oh, I don't know why I find that quite sad. Oh, he's just noticed those bunnies. They've been up there for ages and now he's going to start tapping them. Oh. Well, that's broken my heart a little bit. Right. So this is finished. So this is now going into rotation in the living room. Lovely. So I went to the East Anglian Yarn Festival. I had a stall and I had a lovely day. I made a few purchases, and one of the purchases I made was from Pixie Yarn. Did I say that this was Pixie Yarn? If I didn't, that's what it is. So there is a new Pixie Yarn club, which I have used to make another blanket. Oh dear, I'm making a right mess here. So let's have a look. So this club, this time it's a quarterly club again, and this time it is in 4 instalments instead of 5, but each pack is going to have 6 minis in it. And this time I've gone for the that piece of hair. This time I've gone for the DK version. Sorry about the crinkling, that's what people say, don't they? So the Footsteps Yarn Club. So this is set 1. And it is going to be a fade. So let me try and sort it out. I'm making the battenburg blanket, which is a pattern by Sandra Paul from the Cherry Heart podcast. Let me try and see. Now I don't mean this. These colours remind me of something, and I don't know if it will remind you lot of this thing either, or even if you will know what it is. But these colours really, really remind me of something from the 80s called boglins. Did anyone have a boglin? They were like little squidgy sort of alien things that you put your hand in and you could go like that and their eyes would go. Now I had one this colour And Gary had one, who's my brother, he had one that colour, virgin on that colour as well. They just remind me of them. And I love boglins, so don't worry. That's not an offensive comparison at all. But these are absolutely lovely. So I'm using the same amount of what do you say in crochet? I'm not an expert. Oh, Ian's getting in his cot. He started sleeping in a cot. Oh, it's the sweetest thing ever. You know, do you know Betty, my doll? He gets in with Betty. Oh, you beautiful boy. You're so lovely. He got bitten the other day on the chin. He come in like this. He could have started an Instagram page with that face. Looked like he could start one anyway. It's very clever. Right. Let's talk about this again. So I'm using the same method and amount of rows or rounds per little square as Sandra recommends in the original Battenburg blanket, which I think is made with like a normal sock yarny type stuff, but I've decided to do a DK one. I've done all my measurements and I know what I'm going to do. So this is the first colour, which is the colour of my boglin. Then it goes to this one, so introducing a bit more green. I hope you can see these colours. I hope I've got this in the right order. And then this one. And then this one. That one. And then that one. So what I'm going to do, I've done all my measurements, so I'm going to make 4 separate, so with all of the wool I can make a little blanket which is 4 squares down and 15 across. So that will be a combination of these ones and then these cream ones that I'm making out of Drops Charisma. So yeah, 15 across, 4 up. And if I do one of those per club, I'll have a really nice blanket. And all I've got to do now, I've crocheted all of the lovely coloured squares. They're all done. Why don't I make a pile of each one whilst I tell you the rest? So yes, I can get, so if I do one of those sized blankets, so that's 15 by 4, I've had it all laid out on my mat. 15 by 4 per club, that will make a really, really nice sized blanket when I stitch them all together at the end. So that's what I'm going to do. I had it all planned out, I had it all measured out the other night. James made me watch a dreadful film. Oh, he said, you'll really like this film. It was called Roadhouse. He said if I watched the original, I'd love it, but the one I watched put me right off watching the original. Oh, has anyone else had to watch that? It's awful. You might like it. You might have thought it was the best film in the world, but oh my goodness, I found it shocking. Which pile does that go in? Oh, I put that one in the wrong one. Yeah, so 15 by 4, that will make a beautiful blanket. So I'll end up with one that's 15 by 16. But this is just lovely to do. Really lovely. You'll see what I mean as I carry on, because I'm going to sew these all up. So next time I see you, I'll have one ready. Why don't there seem to be very many of those ones? Where have they gone? I think I've lost a couple. Oh, they're here. Yes. Right, so I'll pile them all up on a nice little pile now, and then you'll be able to see how they go from one colour to the next. I thought I could hear a clock ticking, but I thought I haven't got a clock that ticks. It's the tumble dryer going round. Not that I need it on today, but I I got a lot of stuff and I've just got to get it all done, you know. Sometimes you just got to get stuff done, haven't you? So there they are. That you can see now, can't you, how the colours go from one to the other. Beautiful. And the colours will go from that one to that one, so that is where the next colour pack will pick up from this one here. And here's all my little white ones. Well, they're not really white. I got whatever they're not white. I think it's called off-white. I haven't got the tag, I don't think, off of the ball to tell you what it is. But they do come up a little bit bigger than these, but that's fine. Oh, that'll work. It'll be fine. But I'm going to sew these all together rather than crochet them together. I'm going to sew them all together, which I'm quite looking forward to. That will be lovely. I've only got 7 more to do of these ones of this colour, and then that will be my last bit done. So then I'll show you next time I see you. This is already 26 minutes. It's too long already. I've got so much more stuff to go. Right, if I stop piling this up in piles, but there you go, look, I've got more to, look, that's beautiful, isn't it? So that's the Pixie Yarn Footsteps Yarn Club. I'm not sure when the next one comes out. It might be June, but I can't wait. I can't wait to see what the next colour is. I know that Sophie from Pixie Yarns has got something, I don't know if it's knitted or crocheted, with all the colours, how they're going to be used. You know, something made with all of the colours in it, but I didn't want to see it. But I think you can ask to see it if you want to, but I didn't want to. Yeah, so what did I say? 15 by 4, and that works out perfectly. Then that will make a nice size blanket. Right. Ooh. I'm going to fill the cup up. I'm going to show you a pair of socks now that you're going to be jealous of. You will. If they weren't mine, I'd be jealous of them too. Oh, I just love a cup of tea. Right. This is a little bag made out of some fabric that I got from a antique shop last year. And I saw a lady on Instagram. I made a batch of bags, a very small batch, and I kept one for myself. She was selling cushions out of it. People can sell stuff for whatever they want, but she was selling cushions for 70 quid each out of this fabric. I think it's from the 1940s. I didn't charge that much for my bags. Maybe I should have. Maybe I should have researched it a bit more. Yeah, from the 1940s, everybody. So if you've got one, you've got an antique. I knew it was old. It is nice, isn't it? Look. It's beautiful. I kept this one because the colour of that little, I don't think anyone would have ever noticed it actually, and I think it looks like the colours run a bit, so I kept it, and I liked it anyway, so it all worked out well. So these socks, I'm going to finish these tonight. This is lovely. This is made out of, oh, this is old, isn't it? Mr B's yarn, which is now Bird Street UK, isn't it? Bird Street Yarns, and it's called Easter Egg Hunt. God, I was really annoyed by something the other day, so I thought, oh, I know what I can do. I'll cast on a new pair of socks in something really lovely. So that's what I did. And this is the first one. I finished the first one, and I'm going to finish the second one tonight. Oh, isn't it lovely? I told you were going to be jealous, didn't I? Isn't that just spring in a sock? I'm really into these sorts of colours. I've just bought myself a lovely dressing gown that matches this. It's just lovely, isn't it? Let me see if I can... Oh, look, if you look at the foot bit there, you'll see all the colours. Oh, lovely. Oh. So this is the second one. I've only got a couple more repeats of this pattern to do, and then the toe. So this pattern is one by Kay Jones. You will have seen, if you've watched me before, or if you've watched this particular, is it an episode? I never know what to say. One of my other videos, I made 4 pairs of socks from a weekly advent from Beehive Yarns, and I used this pattern, and I said I loved it and I was going to use it again. So this is the Moss Eccles sock pattern by Kay Jones. I think she's KF Jones on the Our Ravelry. Yes, Moss Eccles is just such a lovely, lovely pattern, and I think I'm going to use it again for what I'm going to show you in a minute, for something else. Isn't that lovely? It's just so nice. It's a 6-row repeat. I don't think I'm ruining anything by saying that, but just 3 of those rows are pattern rows. That's not breaking any rules, is it? It's just lovely. Really nice pattern to knit. Look at this bit here in this. Can you see that really bright pink stitch there? I don't know whether they've dyed this year. I don't think I've seen it pop up on their Instagram page. But isn't it beautiful? Yeah, Easter egg hunt. I've had this a while. You shouldn't hold on to stuff, should you? I don't know why I have. Maybe I've just used... I haven't saved it, but I just haven't used it. Isn't it beautiful? Look at that. What a beautiful, beautiful sock. I wish you could see my cat curled up in that bed. You'd be jealous of that as well. Isn't it lovely? Look. I don't think I did the toe that matches the pattern. I just did the one that just comes in my head. When I was doing it. And this... the pattern comes in 3 sizes, small, medium and large, and I did the medium for me. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? So this one, I haven't got that much more to do. Well, have I? I'll get that done tonight. Oh, Meg's having a laugh up there. I took these round Peter's yesterday and did a bit of knitting whilst I was talking to him. Peter's my friend down the road, I should say. So that's beautiful. I probably won't show you these again, because you can use your imagination, can't you, to see what's going to happen next. It's just going to be this one, but again. But they're beautiful. Right, from something that you'll be jealous of to something you will not be jealous of. So Lizzie's got a doll, and his every year his birthday falls on Easter Sunday. Every year. It's very bizarre, because Easter Sunday isn't always, well, it's always been that. So now I think, oh, she said I'm not allowed to tell you his name, but when we talk about him in public we call him George, so we'll call him George here. George is quite a character in our house. He's very flamboyant. Where did I get this 3.5mm hook from? That must be out of here. I would have been in a muddle, wouldn't I? Oh, I'm using a 3.5mm hook to do this blanket. George is a character. He's got a wonderful dress sense. So when I made that cardigan, I said to Lizzie, I'm going to make, so hard not to say his real name, George, a cardigan out of that. So you need to pick him a colour. So she picked this. This bit of wool here is just stitch the buttons on. She's gone uptown with James to pick picking 2 buttons from the shop. There he is. Look at that. So that's the same pattern, but this is the smallest size. So that's the same cardigan. And this is a Stylecraft Special DK. I don't know what the colour is, but I think if you wanted to find it, it'd stand out, wouldn't it? And you'd know what it was. There you go, model. Very nice. On, turn around, let's see the back. No, don't do that. So there he is in his lovely new cardigan. It does suit him. It does suit him, doesn't it? Do you like his lipstick? It changes all the time. He's had blue, he's had all sorts. I think she does it with nail varnish. So you sit there then, George. I told you that you weren't going to be jealous of that. Right, I'm going to show you a couple of purchases now. I feel like I'm rushing, but I'm going to stop that. Oh, I just love this tea. Right, so I fancied, of course I'm in full-blown Easter mode now. Not Easter, spring mode. I fancied some new spring wools. See this one here, this gave me a desire for more, you know, springy type stuff. So I ordered a couple. So this is what I ordered. These are from Suzanne from Green Lambkin Yarn, from her Easter collection. Oh, this looks absolutely lovely. These arrived this morning and I haven't had a proper look at them, so I'll do that now with you. Meg's talking to herself. So this one is called Fuzzy Duckling, and it's on the classic sock base. Oh, it's lovely. Look, it's got all bits of all sorts of greens and sort of almost daffodilly, I think. It's beautiful. Look, there's greens up there. So I think I might use this to make another pair of the Moss Eccles. I think I might make another pair out of this. I think that would look really lovely. And then I also ordered this one. Well, I ordered this one first, and then I said, oh, I want a fuzzy duckling as well. So then I ordered that as well. There's a little chick on there. See him? And this one, oh, it's beautiful. It's called Speckledy Eggs. Oh, look at that bit there. Isn't it lovely? Let's take his coat off and let's have a... No, I don't want to. I don't want to ruin it. I can't put these back together as nicely as other people do. Oh, lovely. I'm going to knit these over the Easter holidays, so next time I see you I hope to have 2 new pairs of socks. I don't know what I'll do with this one. I think a pair of prairie socks might be quite nice, or a pair of Peter socks, because that's a rabbit pattern, isn't it? They're both patterns from Kay Jones as well. Oh yeah, lovely. And she sent me this with it, and I would call that beak yellow. Beak orange, would you, if you were going to describe that? I had to find some beak orange the other day. Right, my last thing. Oh no, before I tell you about my last thing, the Curious Handmade mystery knit along. I do that every year, but I haven't done it this year, but I am going to do it. But I want to see a few more spoilers before I start it. I've seen a few, but because it's a 4-skein shawl, I want to make sure that I'm using my wool in the correct order for the correct bits. It's a round shawl, but there has been a semicircle version of it released as well, but I think I'd quite like to do the round one. I haven't done a round shawl before. See, the wool that I'm going to use for it, this is one of the bags that's going to be in my shop. This isn't my bag, but I put this wool in it to take pictures, and it's still in there. These were sent to me, you see, and I don't want to waste them. And use them in the wrong order. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to use them so that this bit because there is some lace. I'd want that bit to end up being the lace. Well, I think actually now I'm thinking, I think all of them could be all right for the lace. I think that 4 skeins is a big investment in something, and I want to make sure that I really like it and use them in the right place. You know what I mean, don't you? So I'm going to wait until a few more clues and spoilers have been released, and then I'll start it. But I'll show you this bag in a minute if you want to see it. But I am going to do that pattern, but not yet. But I am doing this shawl. You might have seen this if you watched my East Anglian Yarn Festival vlog. I showed it briefly on there. If you haven't seen that, don't watch it because it's not very good. It's dreadful. So this pattern, I saw it on I thought I was using the wrong wool then, but I've just realised it's got, you can do it in DK or fingering, and I just thought, oh my goodness, I don't think I'm going to have enough. No, I have got enough. I don't know what I thought, but everything's fine. I saw this pattern on Instagram and I thought, oh, I love that. So I just got it and thought I'll start it. This is called the Fluorescence Shawl, and it's by Amber O'Brien. And I've made a shawl of hers before called the, oh, I don't know what it's called, but I really liked it and I liked the pattern. And I saw this and I thought, well, I'll give that a go. And I'm using 2 lovely colours that were sent to me by Janie in a lovely box. You know, I got that, if you've watched me before, you will have seen I made the Martin Story, it might have been called the Midwinter blanket out of Rowan Felted Tweed. Well, she sent me that, and these were in the box with it, as well as some other lovely things as well. So the colours are, this one is called Toadstool. Oh, I just love it. I love red. Toadstool, and that is by, how do we say this, dystopic fibre, dystopic. I've never heard of that dye before. Beautiful. And I've heard of this dye because she's my friend. That's Kelly from Lay Family Yarn. Or maybe Nick did it, I don't know. Could be either of them. Maybe they did it together. And this colour is called Serendipity. Look at that. Beautiful. But look at these 2 together. Even better. Oh dear. Drop that in my tea. So I thought, yeah, they're the colours. I've got enough of it. Let's get on. So I did. So this is I haven't got the colour print, the picture printed off, which is silly really. But it's a mosaic. It's made with mosaic knitting. And you end up with a beautiful big shawl with loads of flowers all over it. Well, before I started it, I just kept looking at the pattern and I thought, I can't work that out. Now I don't want you to think I'm a big head, but I would call myself quite an experienced knitter, and I just thought, I can't, how do I do that? So I thought, well, just start it. And as soon as I started it, it was fine. You know, sometimes you think you can't do something, and then when you do it, you can. It's easy. If you're thinking about doing it, don't worry about it. It's absolutely fine. It used a cast on that I've never used before that was absolutely brilliant, because you have to start by casting on over 500 stitches. And I was thinking, because I cast on with my thumb, and I was thinking, well, however am I going to know? But you use a cast on where it's a 2-tail cast on, 2 strands. So luckily there was a small ball of this as well in the box, so I cast on using this and the small ball as well, so you just don't run out of wool when you're casting on. Here it is. Here it is here. I don't know if it is the same, but it's similar enough to cast on with. And then it's all done with charts, so all of the knitting is done with charts. the whole pattern is with charts, so the decreases, so you start with lots of stitches and then the more you do, the less stitches you have. And I'm really enjoying it, but I haven't worked on it for a little while, and there is a reason. It's because I got an email and it said there's a problem with the chart on row 15 or something like that, and I thought, oh, I know I'm past row 15. There's no way on earth I'm ever going to go back and do that again. And I just couldn't look at it. I couldn't look at it. I thought, I can't, because I was really enjoying it. But I looked the other day when I knew I was going to come and see you, and it's row 15 on the other chart, so the next one, so I haven't got to that bit yet. So the good news is, for me, you probably couldn't care less, but I haven't got to go back, and I can just carry on and everything's lovely. So this is what I've done so far. Now it is a lot of stitches, but you'll be able to see so it's got these all the way along. I said flowers, but it's sort of flowers. But it's all done by slipping stitches and knitting stitches. What's happened there? Oh no, that's fine. I thought I'd done that wrong, but I haven't. It's fine. Yeah, it's really nice, but it is big. And the needles I'm using are, these are Knit Pro Symphonies, aren't they? Which I really like. See, it goes in at the middle, and then you do some decreases as you go along on every row. So the stitches get less and less every single row that you do. But it does feel like the rows are quite long still at the minute, but that's fine. It's absolutely fine. So now I know that the mistake in the pattern and the chart isn't where I am. Which row am I actually on here? You won't care, but I'm going to find out anyway. Maybe I should have marked this down somewhere. I'm on row 21. And it doesn't sound a lot, does it, to go back 6 rows, but that is because that's a lot of knitting, everybody. But I'm going to carry on with this now with the confidence that the mistake is not a bit that I've already knitted. Lovely jubbly. This was a cushion that I made ages ago, and I cut it up and made a bag out of it. I've shown you everything. I think I have. Lovely. 48 minutes. Goodness gracious me. Just trying to think, I've got anything else to tell you about? I don't think I have. So I'll tell you about my shop update now. Oh, what a lovely cup of tea. So, as I've already said, there's a teddy bear club in my shop now. Has that candle gone out again? I cut the wick too short and it's just, oh, it's done it, it's done it. I cut the wick too short on this little candle here and it struggled to light, so I had to dig around it to get the wax out, and it's a light now. So every time I walk past it, it smells really lovely, but it just hasn't been able to light. But now it is. As I was saying, I've got a teddy bear club that's in my shop now, and it's grey spring bunnies. But on Easter Monday, which is the 1st of April, there will be a shop update, and I'm going to show you a few of the things that I've made. Not everything. Right, so there'll be some of these. This is my new style of bag. It's I made one for Lizzie because she knits with long straight needles, and this sort of project bag don't really work, does it, with long needles, so I made her one to accommodate her scarf knitting, which hasn't been touched for a little while now, but never mind. So I thought I'd make some more for my shop. Oh, hang on. Why do I feel cold now? Something's changed. That was the Labour Party. They've given me a leaflet to read. I love their little rosettes. It's lovely, isn't it? Anyway, so I thought I'd make some for my shop. I took some to... This is what I was talking about. I took some to the East Anglian Yarn Festival. But I've got this pattern of fabric here because I'm doing a bunny themed update. I hope you can see it nicely. It's lots of bluebells and bunnies. Let me turn it round that way. So they're all, even though it's the same fabric, they're all different. So I've got I Love Knitting on this one. Hello Ian, I love Ian. I should put on one, shouldn't I? And even though I said they're for knitters, I have done one with I Love Crochet because they're also really good at just holding lots of skeins in them. And this one says time for a little bit of knitting. But this one is holding 4 skeins, but there's a lot of, well, you can see there's a lot more space in there for plenty more. So it'd be good if you were going to knit a jumper. But in every single one, I don't know if you can see from here, I've hidden a rabbit in the middle and one of my name tags, which you probably don't care about, but I just love that. Let me show you the bunnies. Lovely. So more bunnies. I've got these as well. These are a bit silly really. I don't know if anyone will like these. I've written something stupid on these. So these are my frilly bags, and I found that my frilly bag that I made, that I kept from when I went to the East Anglian Yarn Festival. I'm going to put this in here. It's my favourite bag at the minute. It's just lovely. I haven't put the drawstrings in these ones, but it's just really nice. It looks a funny shape because they've gone in a funny shape. But when you've got normal knitting, that's better. Let me arrange it a bit better. I just think they're lovely. But I've made some out of this other bunny fabric here. It's metallic. So it's got a little bit of a shine on it. And I've written stupid things on it. And now I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, what was I thinking? But I've written, bunnies are my favourites. Why did I do that? And I love bunnies on that one. And look, these bunnies are all doing all sorts of brilliant things. He's doing a dab. Do people still do that these days? Do you remember that? My children used to do it. And then Johnny, he started to like a YouTuber called Dan TDM, and he started something called the Dab Police, where he just wanted people to stop doing it. And Johnny used to go like crazy if anyone dared to do one in front of him. He was influenced, wasn't he? So yeah, Johnny would not like these bags. But there's those. And then I just love this fabric. I feel like I've got one missing. I don't know where that's gone. Ah, here it is. So I've got this lovely spring fabric. It looks Cath Kidston-y, but it's not. So I've made some lovely quilted bags out of this. And some little sock bags as well, out of the same stuff. I love this fabric. I love this colour. Do you like it? I do. And I've made some little pouches as well, and the same stuff. I think these have got pink spotty lining. Oh, they have. Look at that. And then I made some little zippy patchwork ones as well. I love these. I love this fabric. And they've got that on the back with a very lovely trim. I've got a couple of those, and I think that, yeah, that one's yellow on the back. Oh, hello. And I've been saying I was going to make some for a little while, but I've got round to it now. I've made some fluffy bunnies. Now, I came up with this idea was it? It was definitely last year. I'd had the idea for a long time, and I got round to doing it. Was it September or December? I can't remember, but one or the other. But I've made bears, pandas and cats, but I'd never made a bunny. Having said that, I have made baskets with bunnies on before. I've made quite a few of those in the past. And you might have one actually, some of you might have one out there. I made some spring bunny baskets a few years ago, and I made some cat baskets as well. But I'd never made the fluffy bags, but I have now. So here we are. Oh, I can't remember your name. So there's a few, these are made, you see these fabrics here, these are all lined with those different fabrics. So there's that one. I'm really sorry, I can't remember your name. I know one of your names, I know Samantha. I've got this one here. But I've tried to make them all different. Well, they are all different. They've all got different fabric. And the girls have got bows in their hair. Where is Samantha? Where's she gone? Oh, here you are. You're right at the bottom. This is Samantha. And they have all got whiskers. I don't know if you can see, but they've got whiskers. Oh, and the most important bit, of course, they've all got fluffy tails on the back. All of them have. And then I've got boys as well. And I know that I've got Carl with a C, Carl with a K, and Johnny is this one. I know this one's Johnny. Because I said to Johnny, what should I call these? He said, name one after me, so I called this one Johnny. But there's, yeah, a few boys and a few girls. But they're all lovely and fluffy. I made some panda ones out of this stuff for the East Anglian Yarn Festival. Well, you've seen them, haven't you? If you've watched me before, you've seen my fluffy bags. But I've never done rabbits before, but I didn't know whether people would like them, so I haven't gone bananas with them. But if people do like them, I would possibly think about, oh, I don't know though. I was going to say about pre-orders, but I don't know, because the thing is, I like to be, no two are the same. And I think if I was making them to order, that might take away, oh, this is going to sound, James, if you're watching, don't divorce me for saying this, but I feel like it might take away a bit of my creativity. So silly, I feel so stupid saying that, but having to do them, like I do their ears at different angles. But I suppose if people didn't mind that they wouldn't necessarily all look the same, because no two bunnies do look the same in real life. Some of them, they have ears going off that way like that. Mr. Bobkin's ears used to do that all the time. He was my rabbit, by the way. They've all just, they all come out different. So I don't know, but my teddy bear club, that all comes out different as well. Oh, I don't know. But anyway, if you're interested in any of these things, I've got a few more of these fabric type, a few more bags in this fabric that are just waiting for me to sew them up today. That's what I'm going to do after I've done this. But if you're interested in any of these things, they will be in my shop, which is a Ko-fi shop. My shop is on Ko-fi. The link will be in the description box. I'm not on Etsy anymore. I'm not on Etsy. I left there a year ago because they wanted to suspend my shop and not give, well, not suspend it, but they wouldn't let me have any of my money until I think they put a 90-day hold on it or something like that. I can't remember now. I've moaned about it before, so if you're interested, you could go back and watch me. Don't watch that though. Don't watch me moaning. Anyway, long story short, I'm now on Ko-fi. And I find that works all right for me. There's a few things that it could do with to make it a bit more user friendly, but it's fine for me. It's fine for me. I've not got a big old shop. It's it just suits me. Right, I think I'd better go now and get these other bags sewn up. I fancy a bit of toast. What's the time? I don't know if I can. No, I better not look because I'll probably delete this. Yeah, I quite fancy a bit of toast. Oh yeah, I do. So I'm going to have that. I'm going to cook a roast tonight, which is unusual for me. I don't very often cook a roast on a Saturday, but I am today. Right, I'm off. I'll see you all soon. So next time I'll see you, I'll have that lovely blanket to show you. That'll be sewn up. Hopefully I'll have 2 more pairs of socks, a bit more of that done on that shawl, and I might have started the other shawl as well. Let's just wait and see, shall we? I was thinking about doing some vlogs, but I don't know. I'm not very good at vlogging, am I? I don't know why I fancy that, but I do. I might, I don't know. Right, so if anyone fancies any of these things or fancies adopting a little bunny, the bunnies are in my shop now. Not these bunnies, but my little teddy bear club bunny will be in my shop now. But all this stuff that I've shown you here, that will be in my shop on Easter Monday at 12 midday. Right, I'm off. I'll see you all soon. Thank you ever so much for watching, everybody. Over and out.